This is sure going to be a heavy hitter. The bell rings. It's the big guy, Ryback, and the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. I think there are a few questions that will get answered in this match. And one of the ones I'm most curious about isn't about who's going to win this match. It's about if this ring is going to be able to hold the impact from the collision between the big guy and the world's strongest man. That's the big question that I have. Is the ring reinforced enough to contain these two monsters? The thing about a match like this, when you have two Goliaths colliding, this has to end at some point. Somebody has to give. Somebody is going to hit a brick wall. And while Ryback certainly ran into a brick wall, and just got slammed by 1-2. Mark Henry just rushing through Ryback at full speed. All that mass of Mark Henry. Henry effortlessly picking up Ryback in a running power slam. Lateral press cover. Any other man, it would have taken a little bit longer to kick out of. But for Ryback, a 1 count is all it took out of Ryback. The things that we have seen Mark Henry do during his time here in WWE has been some of the most incredible things. Pulling trucks, lifting cars, ripping through frying pans. Mark Henry has done it all. Henry sending Ryback into the steel post. Mark Henry is giving a WrestleMania nightmare for Ryback as Ryback gets laid out on the apron and sent onto the floor. It's only going to get more and more difficult for Ryback if Ryback cannot come up with a game plan to get back in this match, cannot find a weak point in Mark Henry's strategy. Ryback is going to have to find any little opening that he can take advantage of. Oh, what a shot to the spine. And again, that meaty forearm of Mark Henry driven into the spine of Ryback. And now going for continued work onto the back, following with a bear hug. All of that grip, all of the power from the arms of Mark Henry wrapped around the midsection, pulling on the back. However, Ryback able to turn it around. While Ryback's back is now facing towards the chest of Mark Henry, Ryback is still caught in the grip and instead gets caught with a blow to the midsection as Henry sends Ryback right to the corner. The end could be near. Things are looking bleak for Ryback, and things are certainly looking up for Mark Henry. Mark Henry could have another WrestleMania moment. This is the showcase of immortals. Mark Henry is already a former world champion. Mark Henry is a true WWE legend. Mark Henry may be on top of his game, but Mark Henry still has got a lot left to give. Ryback is surely finding that out with a clubbing shot to the back by Henry. And again, Ryback starting to fight back. Is this an opportunity for Ryback? Ryback gets knocked right down to his knees with a brutalizing headbutt. Henry returning to the bear hug. This targets the lower back of Ryback, which has been a big target for Mark Henry in this matchup. Ryback shifting where the pressure goes by turning through. No way. Trying to get a side headlock takeover while Mark Henry had Ryback fully gripped. Nice scoop slam by Henry. I don't know what Ryback was thinking trying to go for a headlock takeover. Especially Mark Henry being built the way he is. Ryback may have gotten a little bit overzealous in his desperation to turn things around. Oh! And a headbutt by Henry. Ryback showing that he still wants it. He's still got some left. His body may be telling him no, but he wants more. Ryback fighting through the pain. He wants to be fed more. As he lines up Mark Henry. That meat hook clothesline. Mark Henry gets laid out. Bang. Rough meat hook clothesline. Ryback saying it's game over. It could be time for shell shock. No way. There's no way. Oh my God. No way. But Mark Henry finds the ropes and collapses right onto Ryback. All the weight of Mark Henry collapsing onto Ryback. That's got to be it. Yeah, that's it. Just like that, Mark Henry is victorious. Something had to give. There seemed to be a second wind. The way that just Ryback was able to pick up Mark Henry, that was unbelievable. But when Mark Henry grabbed the rope, Ryback could only hold on to Mark Henry for so long. Then Mark Henry collapsed onto Ryback after Ryback's body gave out. Ryback pretty much went out cold. Ryback has officially entered the Hall of Pain now, scaring off the referee and medical. Wait. Ryback with a spine buster. The match may be over. Mark Henry may have won. Ryback still wants to finish it. No way. Again. How in the world is Ryback able to pick up Mark Henry after all the way to Mark Henry just squashed Ryback? Mark Henry won the match, but Ryback is the man standing tall and walking out of WrestleMania on his own 2 feet.